I ain't trying to be donkey today no more.
They should be embarrassed by what they already did. I'm not making these people do these things.
Called Donkey of the Day, and it really caught me off guard.
Damn, Charlamagne, who got the Donkey of the Day today?
Well, Jess Hilarious, Donkey of the Day for Friday, December 13th.
Oh, my God.
It's Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th, sure is.
It goes to White House National Security Communications Advisor John Kirby. Listen, man, if I had a tinfoil Pooh Shiesty mask on, I'd put it on right now. Do we have the X-Files music? Put my X-Files music on. There is something happening in our country right now that nobody seems to be properly paying attention to. The Black Mothership, which we call the Breakfast Club Studio. We're in New York, but we live in New Jersey. I live in New Jersey. And right now, everybody is seeing these drones. And I'm putting drones in parentheses. I'm doing my air quotes right now. These drones, okay? Not just the little small drones that drop off packages. These drones that are SUV-sized are just flying all over New Jersey. Okay, I saw one myself. I was laying in bed about a week ago, and my wife said, "What is that?" And I said, "It's a plane." She said, "That don't look like no plane." And I said, "It's too big to be a drone." And it had lights on it, and it just flew by. This was on or around December 3rd. And since then, these SUV-sized drones have been seen all over New Jersey. It was on the front page of the New York Post yesterday. People are online showing videos of them. You can see them clear as day. Yesterday, the New Jersey Division of Fire Safety sent out an intelligence bulletin that said if you see one of these downed or landed drones, it should not be approached and to contact law enforcement. Now, I agree. If an SUV-sized anything, falls out of the sky or lands somewhere, I'm not approaching it because I don't want to deal with whatever is in it. But yesterday, White House National Security Communications Advisor John Kirby had the audacity, the unmitigated gall to say that the mysterious SUV-sized drones spotted flying over Jersey are actually manned aircraft, but we shouldn't be worried about it. I can't make this up. Let's listen.
We have no evidence at this time that the reported drone sightings pose a national security or a public safety threat or have a foreign nexus. The Department of Homeland Security and the FBI are investigating these sightings, and they're working closely with state and local law enforcement to provide resources using numerous detection methods to better understand their origin. Upon review of available imagery, it appears that many of the reported sightings are actually manned aircraft that are being operated lawfully.
You so extra, Charlamagne.
So SUV-sized drones are flying over New Jersey, and they are manned. People just driving Escalades and Suburbans over New Jersey, and that's okay. We shouldn't even be concerned about it. We shouldn't be concerned about that because why? They aren't drones. There are people inside of them. Why are we acting like this is totally normal? What has become of us as a people that SUV-sized drones can be flying over us and we don't care? We will get online and believe every conspiracy theory, believe every story presented to us about a celebrity or anything, but there's a real live conspiracy happening right now and we don't care. SUV-sized drones flying over Jersey that are manned, and we talking about Remy and Papoose and Clarissa Shields. Donald Trump, speaking of Trump, and this is where the common sense purist in me kicks in, okay? I am a conspiracy theorist, but I'm also a common sense purist, and I listen to a lot of things. First, I want to connect some dots here because they are connected, okay? When Donald Trump was on the Joe Rogan podcast, they had a conversation about aliens. Not the ones Trump wants to deport, okay? The ones from other planets. Let's listen.
There's a lot of interest in it.
One of the things that
There's a lot of interest in the people coming from space, you know.
Yes.
And I know you're interested in that.
Oh, I'm very interested in that. How much did they tell you about that?
A lot.
Really?
Yeah.
What did they tell you?
Well, it's never been my thing, I have to be honest. I have never been a believer. I have people that Area 51 or whatever it is, I think it's the #1 tourist attraction in the whole country or something. Area 51 in Las Vegas. Do you know that, right?
Sure, I know what it is.
So anyway, but it's a big tourist thing. So I interviewed jet pilots that say they saw something. And they said, we saw things, sir, that were very strange. Like a round ball, but it wasn't a comet or a meteor. It was something. And it was going 4 times faster than an F-22, which is a very fast plane, you know.
That's dot one. That was Donald Trump on Joe Rogan. But there's a man named Clif. You should Google Clif. He is a researcher known for developing a technique called predictive linguistics, which involves analyzing internet data to predict future events. And based off that conversation with President Trump and Joe Rogan, he predicted a future event. Let's listen.
But what we do have some
justification for suggesting is that there will be 39 days between the temporal marker of the Trump interview and the appearance of this visible contention. The visible contention, space aliens. Okay, so
what happened?
Sort of very complex kind of Independence Day kind of shit, right? Nobody will know who the hell is doing what with whom. Now, so anyway, now we have a strange thing where there's swarms of 20-foot drones flying around military bases. So unknown. Nobody knows who owns these drones, who's controlling them. At least they're not telling us guys.
Now, my whole life, 1 + 1 has equaled 2. But then I heard Terrence Howard on Joe Rogan, and regardless of what he thinks about math, 1 + 1 still equals 2. Trump and Rogan had this conversation. Clif, who previously predicted the 2004 Indonesian tsunami, stated that an alien invasion will be triggered 39 days after Trump's appearance on Joe Rogan. Trump's interview took place on October 25th, 2004, marking the start of the countdown. We first started seeing these SUV-sized drones on December 3rd. Either we are in the midst of one of the greatest social experiments of all time, one of the greatest pranks of all time, or we being invaded by aliens. Okay, according to Clif, the alien invasion will involve air battles between UFOs and military forces, with UFOs even engaging in combat among themselves. Listen, I don't know what's happening. I just know that White House National Security Communications Advisor John Kirby is telling us these SUV-sized drones are manned aircraft. It's not one, it's not two, it's not several, it's a lot of them. One of my peoples in Jersey sent me a video last night of 8 of them over her neighborhood. If this is manned aircraft, then whose mans is this? Okay, who are these men? Are they little and green? And why are we okay with what's happening? Kirby, your statement didn't answer any questions. For me, it raised even more because I'm a common sense purist. This is what happens when they keep us looking down at our phones. We are slaves to the lies that our smartphones tell us, and it causes us to ignore the realities all around us. You can call people like Clif crazy. You can call him a conspiracy theorist, but I don't see it being a coincidence that he predicted an alien invasion would happen 39 days after Trump's appearance on Joe Rogan, when they was on there talking about aliens, and then all of a sudden, flying SUVs are all over New Jersey. Why are they just flying over our residential areas? What if they crash into our houses? What's the mission? Is this even lawful? Why wasn't the public informed about these operations ahead of time? Look, man, American government, it's okay to be honest with the American people. Just admit either you don't know what's going on up there, or you do, and it's not something you want us to know about. Because all Black Twitter gonna do is make jokes anyway. Okay, the American people are not going to care unless you tell us it's the Kardashians and Taylor Swift up there driving one of those SUV-sized drones. Look, we can avoid reality, but you cannot avoid the consequences of avoiding reality. I don't know what reality currently is, and I don't know what the consequences of avoiding it will be. But I just want us to be aware of what our current reality truly is. Please give White House National Security Communications Advisor John Kirby the biggest hee-haw. Don't act like that was hard to follow. It was simple and plain.
You scared? What?
I
want to know.
You just gonna be a nigga to the day you die. Huh?
I'm gonna be what?
After you should be scared too.
No. I'm scared of people on this earth. I'm more scared of humans than aliens. I feel like, maybe they come in to help us with groceries.
I just want to know. But you say you're human. You say you're afraid of the humans on Earth. Who are these? We don't know if these are humans. Who are these? What if they are humans and they just flying around Jersey?
So you don't think the government know who's flying around?
That's my point. I just said that. Why didn't they inform us of this beforehand?
But let me ask you a question. What's going to wind up happening is people in Jersey are licensed. They can carry guns now in Jersey, right? They're going to start shooting at the
I said that when I saw it the other night, but I'm like, now that I know that they SUV size, I got to get bigger weapons.
Shotgun.
I got to get bigger weapons.
Yeah, they upgraded.
I got to get bigger weapons.
Yeah, because if they come right, why can't you shoot them down? Right? Because they on your kind of on your over your property. Yeah. I'm scared.
And you know how I know the government don't know what the hell's going on? Why wouldn't they inform the people beforehand? They know we got eyes. They think we that locked into our phones that we always constantly looking down.
But they also know that Pap and Remy got all this going on. They know that the stuff going on with Diddy, so they know that we in
so you think the government set this up to keep people off their trail?
Yes, and then why would they say, oh, don't approach it, call the police? What the hell the police gonna do? They people just like us.
You're right.
I'm telling you. Go ahead.
All right.
I probably,
You got pictures of it?
I might see a little alien and be.
By the drones, yeah.
I been showed you that. It was on the front page of the New York Post yesterday.
I was thinking about Remy and Pap yesterday.
We need some new types of people down here anyway. We see what's going on.
We got enough aliens. That's why we got to have the mass deportation.
You know what? Forget
Oh my
it.
God.
Allegedly.
All right. When we come back,
That's why
Ryan
Trump
Destiny
wants
will
to have
be
the mass
joining us.
deportation now.
Donkey of the Day is sponsored by renowned personal injury attorney Michael the Bull Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey when you need a fighter on your side. If you're ever injured, go to michaelthebull.com. That's michaelthebull.com. And when you mess with the bull, you get the horns.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.